My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are looking at what has your person realized about you, the connection, themselves at this time. And in the extended, we're going to look at what have they realized about the third party connection. Okay, so let us get into this reading. Now, I've been MIA for the past couple days because I took a little, just run away to Puerto Rico just for a vacation. It's the first time I've visited there. Always passing over to go different places. Beautiful place. It's like a mix of Miami and a small Caribbean island. So lovely, lovely time. And when I went there, I paid a visit to they have an Amerindian village there with their sacred stone circles. And it was just beautiful. And just a different feel from Chichen Itza. You know, you could still feel that they keep this place sacred and you could still feel the energy there. It was absolutely lovely. And I bought two carvings. This cacique chair, right, which I associate with masculine energy, and this fertility stone. So I've added them back to my table. I've added them to my table for balance. It was lovely. I had a great time. Ooh, justice and justice through a tower moment. It's a card number 16, which is the tower. So divine order being established. Some things will fall so that other things can be rebuilt. Some people are going to be happy and some people are not going to be so happy. Some people are going to be in I told you so mode because this looks like I told you so. And some people are going to be kind of sheepish, right? So whatever it is, things that were meant to be are going to be, right? In the words of one of our favorite Caribbean, one of my favorite Caribbean authors is whatever is to is must is. And this is the must is that is happening at this time. And then it says everything you need too soon. So whatever is happening or whatever is crumbling, whatever is being rebuilt, it is coming sooner than you think. Okay. All right. So let's get a significator for your person's energy generally, and then one for their energy towards you. So the energy generally, this is the Iris Oracle. Twin, where have you been? Yeah, this is where they're at. Twin, where have you been? So, and this is just their general energy. This is not even their energy towards you, right? So they're feeling you incredibly deeply. I mean, they see you guys two halves of a whole, right? Look, the crescent moon, the lower half, and then the top half there, and your hair being intertwined. And hair is always a symbol of wisdom, spirituality, knowing, right? So it feels like, and they're showing me like, in Avatar, because this is what they're showing me, in Avatar 1, where the native peoples are linking their hair to the tree of life, right? This is exactly what I'm getting there, and they're able to communicate telepathically through that system. It feels like you guys linking your hair at this time. So whatever you're thinking, you're feeling, they are feeling it very deeply. Like there's no barrier between you and this person, no filter. It's like all one energy. So whatever knowing they have, you also have, right? There's a card 57 which reduces to 12, and 12 is the hangman higher perspective. It is the knowingness, right? It is the epiphanies, it is the downloads. So know that you all again share downloads at this time. Whatever you're thinking and feeling, they're doing the same thing, right? You guys are in sync, in alignment, and it feels like they're subsumed by your energy. Everything everything reminds me of her, right? Everything reminds them of you. Everything, their job, their family, if they have somebody else, everything reminds them of you. There's no escaping. When you first start on this journey and you start seeing 11 all over the bloody place and you can't escape it, and you see the name and whatever it is, it feels like this is what is happening with your person. Everything is about you. Everything reminds them of you. Everything is you, right? Everything is you, and they want to share everything with you. They might go somewhere, they're doing something, or they're eating something, or they're seeing something, or they see the bloody moon, whatever it is. everything reminds them of you and this connection that they share with you. And that's just their general energy. So their general energy is like subsumed in this twinness, this soulmate relationship. Now the energy towards you. Recognizing the truth of who you are. But this is also, because there's a lot of blue in this card, this is also someone who wants to speak the truth as well, right? You know, the fuck? I'm not sure if you heard that through the mic, but as soon as I said that, there was this big clap of thunder. But guys, if you can see outside my window, at this time, it is bright ass sunshine. Like blue skies and clouds, guys. Bright ass sunshine. So we're going to take that as a confirmation of the truth, right? They want to speak their truth to you, and maybe their truth might be earth-shattering. Good ways or bad ways, I don't know. I don't know, right? But they feel like they just have to like blurt it out. They need to keep it simple and just blurt it out. Whatever this truth is, this truth might cause you pain. This truth might strengthen your faith. Whatever it is, you might find yourself worthy. Whatever it all might, or it might be a bloody mix, right? But they feel whatever it is, they need to just say it. They just need to blurt it out. All right? Their energy towards you. Compassion. Because now they're feeling what you're feeling. And they may even be feeling the things that you may have experienced in the past. And now that they're really in sync with you, they are empathizing with everything that you've been through and the journey that you've been through. And they're here extending compassion. So this is someone who wants to protect you. Now, if they didn't protect you in the past, this is someone who understands you. Understand why you may have taken a certain stance, whether in the past or now. This is someone who cares. Now, not particularly part of where I was going down, the path that I was going down when I started this reading, but I am going to ask, what has happened? Let's ask that. What has happened that that precipitated we just had the weather that precipitated this change in your person? What happened? What's causing this realization? So let's ask that question. And we have, this is the Queen of Wands. So it feels like a spiritual awakening, or it could have been a spiritual download, because maybe your person's been awakening for a while, but it looks like they got a powerful download here. And this is what is changing everything. Spirits, what is bringing your person? What is bringing viewer's person to these realizations? What precipitated this energy? What's happened there? All right, so we have the King of Cups in reverse. Now, for me, King of Cups in reverse is the covert narcissist. It's also someone who is emotionally immature, right? A growth kind of stunted in the emotional arena. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Turn of the Tide. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. All right. And then we have the World in reverse. I feel like this goes here and there. And then this is what is happening. This is the turn. This is the turn in the tide. What has happened? What precipitated all of this? Well, it's a karmic return. Remember, whatever you put out there at some point in time, that arrow is going to come back, right? So whatever hurt and pain they may have caused you, or maybe even other people, it looks like they've gotten a return on their investment. Okay, threefold. Um, it looks like someone entered their life, or maybe that person was always in their life, quite frankly. And this person is this covert narcissist. Now, could be a parental energy, could be a spouse, could be somebody at work, somebody close to them, a friend that they realize a frenemy, whatever it is. But this person very recently cut them very deeply. That is nine. That is 10 of swords in reverse. So that pain is still lingering, right? They haven't gotten over whatever this betrayal was, right? And whatever this betrayal was, it turned your personal world upside down. And sometimes people have to feel pain to recognize the pain that the pain that they've inflicted on others, and it feels like this is one of those moments. It's like they were finally able to put themselves in your position, in your shoes, and to really commiserate with what you have been through, and it is because of this pain that was inflicted upon them. Without more thunder again, without this, your person may have just continued to plod along, hurting people, whatever it is. But because they got their just desserts, this is how they're able to really connect with you. At this time, their heart has been cracked open by the grief and betrayal of whatever happened here. What have they realized about you and the connection? We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands. We have the Lovers. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So what have they realized about you and the connection? That you were right. So maybe you are the person that's going to be in the position of I told you so. That you were right, right? And they're now recognizing that you had spiritual knowledge, or you were in the know all the time. Maybe you told them that a particular thing was going to come to pass, or a particular thing would happen, and it did. Okay? Maybe at that time they weren't even taking you on. We have the Six of Pentacles here. They're stringing you along, breadcrumbing, playing along, so that they can get what they wanted to get out of you. Maybe they weren't taking you seriously in the past, right? Maybe they weren't investing in this connection. But whatever has happened here with this betrayal here, it's like everything that you've said, it's come full circle. It's come right back around, just as you thought it would. Right? Just as you said it would, it's comes right back around. So everything that's happened to this person, remember, everything reminds them of you. They are replaying your words in their mind. They're replaying the different things that you may have said to them, the different things that have happened, the different things that you may have predicted, and they're wondering, they are realizing just how right you were. Maybe even told this person that you guys were twins, high-level soulmates, and maybe they may have even pretended to buy into that just to get what they want, strung you along here with this six. You heard that one, right? So I know I'm speaking the truth, right? And it's still the bright ass sunshine outside, right? Right? Strung you along all this time. You invested in the connection, they given only not even 20%, right? But now, because of everything, how everything has played out, they recognize that you were right all along. So what have they realized? That you were right all along. What have they realized about themselves in this whole thing? What have they realized about themselves? We have the Eight of Wands. And I could talk about a heart to heart, speaking one's truth, moving forward, moving on. We have the what is this stream? The Queen of Cups in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles upright. What have they realized about themselves? And we have the Sun card in reverse. Well, the first thing that they recognize about themselves is that they're not happy. And the reason why they're not happy is because they have been given their power away. Perhaps it is to a Queen of Cups reverse over here, right? Perhaps someone that doesn't know how to love, someone that doesn't know how to nurture, someone who might be emotionally immature, someone who is unable to connect emotionally with others, not able to empathize, right? They recognize that they aren't happy. They have been given their power away. They also recognize that there are things that they wanted to tell you that they never got to tell you, because look, you're here as a Queen of Pentacles upright. They wanted to tell you that they never got to tell you, and now they feel like they are losing their opportunity with you, or their opportunity to be happy. They're also realizing that if they don't move forward or leave this Queen of Cups behind, whatever this represents, this could be a boss at work, this could be a controlling parental energy, this could be an intimate partner. If they don't leave this behind, this could even be the energy that they're embodying. Maybe a person has always been very reserved with their emotions, right? Maybe, they're hard to read, just a flicking blank wall, right? Always stonewalling you, whatever it is. Maybe they're realizing that if they don't leave this sort of behavior or defense mechanism behind, that they are going to lose it for good. So maybe it's not a person, maybe it's a pattern within themselves that they recognize that they have to leave behind, they have to move on from. Because if they don't, they're going to continue to lose the people that matter to them. Let's look at their heart space energy for you at this time. Underneath the deck, we have sad. Yeah, certainly missing you, certainly feeling your loss. It is the energy of grief. The heart space energy for you at this time. We have void, right? Just feeling that emptiness, that aching emptiness now that they feel like you might be out of reach. We have dismissive avoidant. Maybe they thought that if they just ignored their feelings and, just didn't acknowledge it, the feelings that they had for you, that at some point in time, it would just all go away. But it never did. It never did. Feeling powerless. Maybe now they feel powerless to change their circumstance, or maybe it's because that they were given their power that everything happened, right? And we have avoidance. So still might be avoiding you, avoiding the situation. Let's pull some cards on this. Spirit, tell us about this void energy. We have the Four of Cups, and that's the energy of boredom, but it can also talk about depression. So right now, they could be quite depressed, laid up in bed. I see this room in a disarray, just feeling totally unmotivated with regard to life. Dismissive avoidant. We have the numinous, which is an extra card in this deck. And then we have the Emperor. So listen, this person recognizes the multidimensionality of this relationship. They recognize that spiritual, galactic. They recognize it as eternal. They recognize that themselves as your emperor, your divine counterpart. But for some reason, they have been trying to act like if they don't have this knowledge, right? And this is what is killing them inside, because it's only so long that you can suppress the truth. It will come out. And the reason why they were suppressing it because they felt powerless to change their circumstance. But really, it's not that they're powerless, it's that they didn't want to use their power, right? And they didn't want to step into their power because it would mean hurting people in their life, it would mean change. And then we have that avoidant energy again, temperance in reverse. But all this avoiding that they have been doing, it's not been serving them. In fact, it's making them become even more destabilized in this energy than before, because they recognize that every minute that they waste trying to avoid the inevitable is the more discord and instability that they are creating in your relationship, and that they are creating in their life, and that they're creating in their energy. And that is why we're seeing that depression energy that we just saw there. It is the denial of the truth. Now, in the extended, we're going to look at what have they realized about the third party, and then we're going to use the same format that we did here, and then we're going to look at what is going to be their next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading, and what's going to be the next actions in that relationship within a month of you watching this reading. But if you're not able to join me in the extended, let me give you some last bit of advice on spirit. And we have unravel. And it says puzzle, conundrum, and solution. So spirit said this is a situation where you have to allow. And you have to allow everything to unravel, deconstruct, and come apart. Right? It is the only way whereby this situation is going to be resolved. Everything that was tied up in knots and webs and, the web of lies has to be deconstructed. So spirit is just saying stand back and allow. We have direction, we have navigation, guidance, and signs. All right. So just as how everything reminds your person of you, you're going to be getting some signs that are going to be reminding you of your person. And Spirit is saying those signs are meant to guide you to home, and home looks like love. It's a card number 42, which reduced to 6, which is the lovers. So right now, you're going to be tuned in for the synchronicities, for the signs, for the messages that are going to be coming at you from Spirit. Let me read what they have here. Pull my glasses here. All right, card number 42. And it says direction. You may think that this lady has stopped for so long that birds have built a nest in her hair, but look again to notice her mask matches theirs. She is part and parcel of them, and they are of her. She uses the birds for navigation as much as she uses the compass. Each has a different place in her life. The compass is for the here and the now of her life. She needs to find her true north so that she can take steps towards that mystical Mecca. For her, life is puzzle pieces waiting to be assembled. The birds serve as spiritual guides who fly out to bring back bits and pieces of the world. These small twigs of information and leaves of learning form the shelter of her hair. Home is less a physical space than the companionship and support you find there. The birds listen to her guidance as much as she listens to theirs. The challenge of this card is less about finding your way and more about embarking. You have stopped long enough. Now it's time to choose a direction and take the first steps. Accept that some things will always be a mystery. The searching you have done needs to now become the impetus for your forward movement. If all directions seem equal, look for subtle signs that beckon you towards a specific path. Make your move. If it doesn't work out, you can always return to this point to choose a different path. And there's some prompts here. It says, who are my spirit guides? What first steps do I need to make? What signs lead me forward? So Spirit is saying, maybe you've halted your journey because maybe you're waiting for this person to make a decision. But Spirit is saying, right now, you have to make yours. And there are signs that you're going to be getting from the universe that are meant to guide you to where you need to go. And you need to be tapped in right now and looking for those signs, and you're meant to act on them. This is not a time to be passive in your life. This is a time to make a move. So in whatever it is, whether it's a new project, whether it's in this relationship, whether it's in your education, whatever it is, Spirit is saying it is time to take action. Choose a path, whatever path it is. Choose a path. If it doesn't work out, you can always circle back. But right now, you have to keep the momentum going. You can't stand still. Okay? All right, my love. So that was your reading. If you're able, join me next time. We'll look at the third-party relationship. Otherwise, thank you guys for supporting me on this channel. Take care. Much love. Bye.